Well, welcome to Wickham Vineyard in the heart of Hampshire. I'm William Biddulph. I am the consultant winemaker for Wickham Vineyard, having been their winemaker and vineyard manager for the past 3 years. The English wine industry has grown over the last 20 years. It started in the early 50s, the modern industry started in the early 50s with a fellow called Sir Guy Salisbury Jones at Hambledon in Hampshire. And on the back of his research in his small vineyard, vineyards went in, lifestyle vineyards went in, and on those early pioneers, we now have built an ever bigger and bigger industry. And of course, a lot of you have heard about the sparkling wine industry in England growing, but the still wine, the red and still wine industry is also growing, and Wickham is at the forefront of that because we specialise in still wines. We have red still wine, dry white, rosé, and we have about 13 different wines available at the moment to choose from. And the quality has been going up and up and up. I personally trained in New Zealand, having been in the retail industry in England for many years, so I brought from New Zealand all the modern techniques of cool fermentation, minimising oxidation, making the wines lovely and fresh, crisp and clean. In fact, one of the wines that we have, which is the Wickham Dry, is rather like a New Zealand Sauvignon Blanc. Well, every year is a tricky year in England because, as you know, we are damp, we are wet, we are grey. But a day like this, because we are of course in October now, is exactly what we need. We have had some very, very wet weather over the last few days, and if it had continued that would have been very bad news. But now we have some warm weather, we're leaving these grapes on to just get that extra bit of sunshine, because sunshine on leaves means sugar. And so possibly in about a week's time these will be fantastic, these bunches, and they'll be coming off.
Obviously we've got a fair way to go, but especially with our still wines, when do you think people are going to start taking English wine incredibly seriously on the world stage?
Well, I have to disagree with you, because you must remember that every producing country, whether it be France, Germany, Italy, wherever, they produce in their own country the good, the bad and the ugly wines. Now, England is no exception. We have the good, the bad and the ugly. Those people making good English wines, whether they're sparkling or still, are ahead of the game. Wickham are making some of the very best still English wines available. And so we are not behind. We are ahead, and the wines are being very well received by our public. In fact, so much so that we've tripled production in the last 3 years, and we usually run out before the end of each year. So the race is on to bottle the new wines in time for Christmas.